Hello, denizens of the internet. Well, I was completely taken by surprise by your reaction to my Hackintosh survival story and the positive business journey that transpired and the advice that I gave. Many of you wanted to hear more about my business experience and what lessons I had learned. So I've collected a bunch of wisdom for solopreneurs, small business owners, anyone trying to make ends meet working on their own. For me, the key is to never lose your self-respect. And don't follow The Secret because it's and don't give money to Tony Robbins. Welcome back. The first thing I want to discuss is that most people don't even know what to charge. Sure, research the marketplace for the going rate, but you also have to deal with some hard realities that you can't run away from. Number one, collect your average expenses for the month. Rent plus the salary you want to pay yourself, plus office expenses, software, marketing, travel, plus other equals expenses per month. How many jobs can you do on average in a month? Divide that into your monthly expenses, and that's what you will have to charge for each job.
Sorry for this interruption. I just wanted to clarify that this pricing model generally pertains mostly to illustrators, designers, logo designers, people like that, not people who make widgets. But the rest of it is good for everybody.
On average to break even. What are the realistic chances of you landing that many jobs per month? What do you need to do to get those jobs? Is it a realistic, achievable target? The crazy thing is that most people don't even do this rudimentary calculation before starting their business. More than likely, in the first year, you won't make your target, so you'll be taking a loss. You must be prepared to survive at least 1 to 2 unprofitable years, but wait a minute. Why did I suggest that you should take a salary when you don't even have the money to pay yourself? But I live at home! Because your time has value. You have to bake in your salary, or how would you pay yourself? And I can hear you yelling again, profit margin. No, your salary is an expense. You don't pay salaries from profit. Profit is profit. Lending institutions actually like it when you have invested in your own enterprise. Not paying yourself constitutes an investment. The salary you have not paid yourself could be structured as a loan to the company. Talk to your accountant. But what the company owes you needs to be captured. This is one thing almost no person starting out does. The cool thing is that the company has to pay you back eventually. And by booking a salary, I didn't mean $1 million. Also, I'd incorporate right from the start, even though it might be an expense you don't want to deal with. You can carry forward losses only if you're an incorporated company, and the tax rate is usually much lower depending on your jurisdiction. Next, never give a deal to anyone. A deal is in like quote thingies. I'll get back to that later. You know the value you provide customers. Do not shortchange yourself. If someone wants a cheaper price, then take something away, even if it's just for your own sense of self-worth. It can be a small thing, but you won't feel like you're being pushed around much. You ask them, okay, I can do it cheaper. What thing, service, or feature would you like me to remove? If they don't want to play the game, don't do the job. Do everything you can to prevent a bitter job. And by bitter job, I mean one that starts tasting bad at the start and makes you throw up at the end. We've all gone through that. It's not worth it. If you need experience to build out your portfolio, then find charities or your religious institution and do free work for them. They will appreciate your effort and you won't feel like a schmuck working for a company that can actually pay you but doesn't want to. As a side note, if anyone says, just do this job for free or cheap because there'll be more to come later, say no. I don't care how big the company is or how great the future prospects seem, it will never happen. In 40 years of doing business, not once has this converted to anything resembling paid work. Never give a quote on the spot. If you have a business partner, never go to the first meeting together, just in case a ballpark quote is requested. I'm sorry, I'll have to confer with my business partner first. And if you don't have a business partner, pretend you have one. A great pitch technique is to research things the president or owner of the company has published in documents or online, or if it's a public company, in their year-end report. In this way, if you're talking to the business owner, you can repeat their own words back at them. Yeah, that thing about returning giraffes to their parents was very powerful. And if you're talking to company underlings, you can say stuff like, in last year's year-end report, your president said that, in fact, she would like more red plastic inserts and not less. This technique has paid off hugely for me. All kidding aside, it shows you have respect for the business and the owner. Finally, I'll leave you with one bit of advice told to me by a now long-dead Canadian comedy legend, Johnny Wayne. He said, "Paul, I have one word of advice. If you quit, you lose. So don't quit, don't lose." Bye, denizens.